Hello, welcome to Coaching Think Talk. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Coach Marife Garfin from Life Coach Philippines, and this is Coaching for Overcoming. This coaching conversation is for individuals, especially mothers, who are facing challenges in life of all forms that is threatening their mental health but are desiring to overcome and come out as the best version of themselves. And my mission is to help every mother of every family to take a stand in mental health for her and her children. And I am also a Master Builder Apprentice of Master Coach A's Master Builder Apprenticeship Program, and also a scholar to Master Coach A's six-step to six-figure public speaking career training. And by background, I'm a nurse, and I had a 22 wonderful work experience, and I am a mother of three, and of course a wife to one. And I am the owner. I'm an entrepreneur and the owner of Health and Wellness Coaching Center here in Tacloban City. And the center aims to facilitate overcomings in terms of weight loss management and, of course, gaining clarity for the future through self-discovery and mental health. So that's what I do. And I would like to welcome each and every one of you. Thank you for joining me live today. And please leave your digital footprints by letting us know where you're coming from today. And please do tag a friend and circulate this video to help us reach um, more individuals who might be in need of what we are sharing in this session. So, imbitahin niyo po yung mga kaibigan niyo, mga kamag-anak niyo to join us this afternoon. You may also give shout outs to people you want to greet and reach out with some inspiring messages. If you are watching this on a replay, please do comment hashtag replay. And I am streaming via FB page of Life Coach Philippines and YouTube channel uh, Coach AI Connect. So if you are new to our platform, please like, follow, and subscribe so that you will have notification when we have some wonderful talks and sessions coming. Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. And this afternoon, I would like to be sharing with you, okay, a very important topic for me, especially now that we are in this pandemic and mothers have shifted. I mean, education has shifted from the classroom, the typical classroom, now into the virtual world and into the digital space and into the modular system. Okay, so I would like to be sharing with you overcoming negative outbursts and rage at home. So this is one thing that every mother, I believe, many of us are challenged when it comes to negative outbursts and rages, okay, at home. So I'm going to be explaining that a little while, okay? So my question to you, my first question is, what was the most hurtful words or that was ever spoken to you? Ano yung parang sinabi sa na you were really like you were really hurt. Talagang nagalit ka, hindi mo nakalimutan. Okay, and how did you feel about it? May I just first acknowledge all our yung mga katribo ko dito sa Life Coach Philippines. We have Coach Tricia. Hello, Coach Tricia. We have Coach Glacy. And of course, hello, Ma'am Lorelai Panaligan. Thank you for joining me. And of course, Coach Teen is with us also. So thank you, coaches, for joining me. So that's the first question. What was the most hurtful word or words spoken to you, and how did you feel about it? So you may just comment and type in the chat box, okay? So that we can have a lively discussion. Did you get it? So the next question is, what word or words will make your heart leap with joy? Ano yung sinabi sa inyo na talaga nagpalukso ng puso niyo? You feel good about it, okay? So alam ko may mga uh, comments or words like sabi, you're beautiful. Sabihin, you're always there for me. So, I can always count on you. Yun yung mga words na talagang yung puso natin will really leap with joy. So, ano yung words na narinig mo na made you feel that way? Okay? So, if you look at the screen, no, makita ninyo sa screen, you see the family of the Simpsons. And if you look at it, parang nag-aaway sila din dyan, no? So there's kind of like anger, there's kind of a chaos in the family. And oftentimes than not, our family can be where we hear the worst and the best words. Agree ba kayo dyan? So oftentimes than not, because we're too comfortable with each other, it is where we can hear the worst and the best words. Diba? Sabi, ano ba yan? Ano ba yung damit mo? Pangit naman. Ba't ganyan ka? Yung ugali mo, sama-sama mo. Because you are already comfortable with each other in the family. Kaya doon mo una, oftentimes then, especially when children are growing up, doon una nakakarinig ng mga negative comments and negative words, right? So, now, what is an outburst? So I'm discussing outbursts right now. Okay, I'm discussing the negative outburst and rage. Ito yung ating topic for those who are catching up now. So, hello, Master Coach Jasmine. So, thank you for joining me here. So, the outburst is a sudden release of strong emotion. Talagang malakas. Sudden. It's quick. So, sabi nga dito sa sample, screamed at him about it one day, said the source who witnessed the outburst. So, talagang bigla lang nangyari yun. Bigla lang may sinabi, may sumigaw. Okay? So that's an outburst. And what is a rage? What is a rage? Rage is an uncontrollable anger. So hindi na kaya, talagang lumabas na talaga. So this is when the anger have overpowered. Okay? So we are now we're defining we're defining these words so that we will have a common ground when we're discussing about outburst and rage. Okay, I'm sure you have your own. You have other definition. You've seen other definition, but we're going to be working in this area in this definition. Okay, so now what are the symptoms? So this is just an overview of what I'm going to be discussing with you. Know? So what are the symptoms really pag paparating na yung nakikita mo nag-outburst na yan or there's rage, okay? Una, there's temper tantrums. There are tirades, no? Heated arguments. Meron munang kakasak muna yan. Galit muna. There's shouting. There's slapping, shoving, or pushing. So it started to become physical. So it starts a bad mood and then magsasalita na. Okay? Heated arguments muna, then sisigaw, then there will be physical actions na. Itong slapping, shoving, or pushing. Physical fights. Okay? And then, pag ayaw mong saktan, di ba, property damage, galit na talaga. So how many of you have witnessed this one? Okay? So, threatening or assaulting people or animals. Pag hindi kasi kayang saktan yung tao kaharap, yung dingding na lang sinusuntok. Okay? Siguro kung nanood kayo ng movie, if you haven't experienced this, you have seen this in movies, right? Hi, Coach Shan, and of course, Sir Romel, thank you for joining me. So, eto na yung papa-accelerating na, from tantrum, from the mood swing, galit na, there's already heated argument, shouting, ngayon physical na. Tapos pag nagalit, susuntok na dyan. Kung hindi ka suntukin, yung dingding susuntukin. Or minsan, it's the animals, okay? So there's threatening, there's assaulting already of people. Okay, so those are the symptoms. And what are the causes of rage or outburst? So the study shows that this can begin in childhood, after age of 6 or during teenage years. So parang lumalabas na. Meron ng konti dyang pagiging magagalitin, parang you're seeing that already. And many of the contributory factors to this are environment. Maybe the person grew up in a chaotic, nakikita niya yung nanay niya sinusuntok and all those things. Or everybody's magulo doon sa bahay and everybody's being physical. Genetics as well. Okay, pwedeng sa genes din. Okay, difference in how brain works. So ito yung mga causes na sinabi dito when in terms of outburst and rage. No? What are the prevention? So if it's malala na po talaga, you have to stick with the treatment. Definitely, you have to see a doctor who will give you that para hindi makukontrol mo. Practice relaxation technique, yung breathing mo, yung being mindful mo, develop new ways of thinking. So, importante yung nagle-learn ka talaga, you're with a good ecology. Nasa ecology ka ng mga tao na hindi nananakit at and it's not accepting lang yung pagsusuntok and all the things. Use problem solving, learns to improve communication, avoid mood-altering substance. Yung iba, never ever take anything that will na pwede kang mawala sa sarili mo. Like, substance abuse. Okay? So, yun yung mga mga prevention. But I want to bring you, so yan pong diniscuss ko na sa inyo. That's the things that I've enumerated are just a background. It's a background of a possibility that these things can also influence a mom. Okay, we're now going to shift. Okay, kasi pwede po siyang background and maybe an explanation why merong range sa bahay. Okay, so what are the risk factors? History of physical abuse, definitely. Pag nakita ng bata, kala niya okay lang yon. So, na-engrave sa brain niya. So, pag siya naman ay, he is in the point na talagang galit siya, yun ang nagiging reaction niya because yun ang exposure niya. Or history of other mental health disorders. Probably, nung bata pa siya, meron siyang depression, meron siyang other things, other mental health challenges. Of course, there's a great risk. You are at risk, okay, to be having this outburst and rage. Pag ikaw po is in an impaired interpersonal relationship, you have troubles at home or at work, at school, kasi trigger siya. Problems with mood, madali ka talagang magalit. Problems with alcohol or substance abuse. And of course, you have physical health problems. Kasi nga, di ba, like if you have a headache, if you have a toothache, you're talagang, you become irritable because you are in pain. So those are the increased risk na pwedeng mag-contribute or bring you to susceptibility of having this negative outburst or rage. Okay? So, how about this one? So, sabi ko kanina, diniscuss ko po sa inyo yung definition ng outburst or rage and the different prevention or intervening variables or contributory factors which might be coming from an environment wherein a mom, okay, we're not going to talk to mommy rage. So, coming from a spacey mommy, pumunta siya na ngayon ay nanay and with a family. And all those things na nangyari nung una, there is magiging contributory factor siya para pumasok dito at ma-experience ni mommy yung mommy rage. Okay? So, mommy rage. Okay, so this was originally published, no? September 13, 2019, in New York Times, yung parenting. Okay, so ito siya. So according to this, this is a mother rage theory and practice, and this is written by Anne Lamott. Okay, so according to her, my son can provoke me into a state of something similar to road rage. So alam niyo yung road rage, diba? Yung galit ka na talagang paharurot ng sasakyan, okay? Tapos ayaw mo talaga ng meron man lang mag-overtake sa'yo. So that's a road rage. I have felt many times over the years that I was capable of hurting him. So the myth of maternal bliss is so sacrosanct that we can't even admit these feelings to ourselves. So hindi natin maamin that there are many times na talagang our children can drive us to a crazy state. Lalo na kung mga bata pa, di ba? Babies, like toddlers. Pag sinabi mong no, talagang gagawin nila yon. So, eto, Anne Lamott here is saying that this exists. That as a mother can be provoked. That a mother can have this road rage. That a mother can feel na nakakainis talaga yung anak ko, gusto kong saktan. So, this is an article acknowledging that this exists. Okay? So, now, in line with this article, a study was conducted on parental burnout. So, alam ko yung mga mommies din, shout out sa mga mommy, no? I believe, if you're a super mom, you do everything, especially if you're a single mom, yung asawa mo abroad or, somewhere else, tapos ikaw talagang gumagawa lahat. I think you're very familiar with this. So, parental burnout. So, kung merong professional burnout, there is also a parental burnout. So ito yung definition, yung sinabi dito, these are the people who studied this one, no? Procaccini and Kaifaver in 1983, they said that this is an exhaustion due to being physically and emotionally overwhelmed by one's parental role. So ilan sa inyo nakaka-relate? Ilan nakaka-relate sa inyo na being a parent can really be overwhelming. Kaya pwede ka talaga ding ma-burn out. Okay? So I do remember I shared the last time that a typical mom, a typical stay-at-home mom, who's just whose job is to really take care of the kids 24/7, no? Para siyang nagtatrabaho ng 2 and a half jobs. So that's like That's like 98 hours per week. So yung regular employee, 40 hours per week. Pero yung nanay, 98 hours per week. So you kind of understand that there's such a thing as parental burnout. Okay? Now, according to the parental burnout research, ito yung mga identified cases nila. Okay? Why is there a parental burnout? Ano yung reason, yung causes? Okay? Number one is the fear of not being a good enough mother. So gusto mong the best mom ka talaga. So, ginagawa mo lahat para maibigay sa anak mo so that you're a good enough mother. Okay? So, yan. That's one cause. The second is perfectionism. Ilan sa inyo dito ang perfectionist? Okay? So, driven to perfect behavior which leads to the goal that are hard to achieve. I do remember meron tayong mga yaya sa bahay, no? But when my children were growing up, no? When my children were growing up, ayoko talagang katabi nila yung yaya. Gusto ko talaga ako. But there would be times na pagod yung isang nanay because ang picture ng perfect sa kanya is ako talaga 100% mag-aalaga sa anak ko. So ayaw niyang humingi ng tulong sa iba. Okay? To the point na coming from work, pagod na pagod siya, and is overwhelmed by the work that is by taking care of the kids. So, ang nangyayari ngayon, eto na yung kanyang na-overwhelm na siya at nag-burn out na siya. So, that's perfectionism. So, ayaw mo nang, you have that ideal picture of what a perfect mom should be and you want to fit into the picture. The second is self-pressure. So this is related to perfectionism. The children must be clean, well-behaved, kasi baka ano sabihin ng neighbors. Okay? Di ba dapat ito yung damit ng mga anak ko? Dapat terno. Okay? Dapat yung buhok ganyan. Dapat lahat ng anak ko, pag nakitang older generation, magmamano lahat. I'm not saying it's not it is a good practice. But when you're pressured to push your children to do it for the sake that other people will simply say, kasi maganda yung training niya sa mga anak niya, then that's something that you need to really look into. Okay, so there's a self-pressure na dapat yung mga ganito talaga. There was a story of a mother na sabi doon sa, because the school, the nursery daycare knows that the mom was really tired, no? So sabi ng daycare worker na, "Mom, you can just bring in the food. Ako na po yung magpapakain sa kanya bago siya umuwi." But the mother said, no, because ideally dapat we are in one table, long table, kakain kami all together as a family. And that's perfectionism. And that brings pressure. Kahit gusto mo, ayaw mo nang gawin. Kahit pagod na pagod ka, ayaw mong gawin. Because of that picture. So, nagkaroon ka ng pressure ngayon sa sarili mo na dapat, ganito dapat. Kasi ito yung picture ko, baka anong masabi ng iba. So, that's what I'm going to do. Okay? So, self-pressure. Then, projection. Ito na ngayon, no? Projection. So, over-concerned. You're over-concerned. When you talk about projection, it's over-concerned with children's future. So, iniisip mo anong mangyayari sa mga anak mo. Are they going to be good children in the future? And the responsibility, and you're overwhelmed, okay? You're overly focused on your responsibility in preparing for your child's future. So, yung future ang iniisip mo, dapat na-imagine mo na kagad yung anong tsura ng anak mo paglaki, anong mga ginagawa niya. So, nandun ka, tutok na tutok ka doon sa future. Okay? So, these are the 4 reasons, causes of parental burnout. Nabu-burnout na. Okay? So, ilan sa inyo nakarelate doon? Are there any coaches who can relate with that? Or any moms that you know, probably you have already a name in mind, no? May naisip na kayo nga, parang may scenario ako nakita na ganito. Okay? So, now this burnout, okay, this parental burnout may lead to maternal anger. Maternal anger. Okay? So, sabi nga dito, tingnan niyo yung picture, sabi ng bata, "Ma, I forgot to do 10 questions." Galit na si nanay, no? Very red na talaga. Bakit mo ginawa? Okay? So, maternal anger is a symptom of anxiety well beyond postpartum period. So, ibig sabihin kasi, where there is a postpartum, yung bagong panganak ka, you have that maternal anger because you're adjusting to the hormones of your body. Kasi mataas po yung progesterone, estrogen when you're pag-pregnant ka. Pero paglabas ng baby, no, mag-aano yung katawan, so mag-change yung moods and everything in the body of the mom. But this one is after na po ito. Okay, so anxiety is practically written. And we have to understand, no, sabi dito, anxiety is practically written in our job description as parents. So time to time, we'll be visited by anxiety. Okay, so hello, Coach Candy. So Coach Rizel and Coach Lynn, thank you for joining me. So this anxiety is because we worry about our children's health, their development, their happiness. So innate, that's innate with a mom. Innate sa atin kasi we want the best for our child. Hindi po yun masama. Hindi siya masama. So, uh, time to time, we go into a mood no, na talagang we worry, kaya ko ba to? Kaya ko ba papag-aralin yung anak ko ng ganito? So, we kind of, dumadating tayo doon sa pag-worry, no, of how are we going to fare well in taking care of our children and rearing them. Okay, so that's the maternal anger. Because of the burnout ka, ano siya, it merged with also with the anxiety that is in you because you're challenged of the different responsibility ng pagiging isang nanay. Okay? So according to this, there's a research that I've read. This is anger transmission from mother to child. So pwedeng mapasa yung galit ng nanay to the child. Okay? So this is a comparison of mothers in chronic pain and well mothers. So ang ginawa nila, dalawa yung group, no, the other group of mom, yung may mga sakit sila, they have chronic pain. So if you talk about chronic pain, most probably yung mga back pain, yung mga gout dyan, mga it's really like how do you call it, like mga migraine. So those yung pabalik-balik. It's consistently they're cropping up every now and then. And then of course healthy mothers. And they've noticed in the research, no, na pag yung nanay is galit and in pain, most likely yung kanyang dissatisfaction, yung kanyang discomfort comes out as an anger. And ito ay napapasa niya sa anak niya. Okay, napapasa sa anak niya, and definitely the child is really truly affected in the development. So the study gives us a view, no, of what can possibly happen if a mom is burned out and if a mom is overwhelmed with the many thoughts, okay, anxious thoughts niya about sa pagpapalaki sa anak niya and if kaya ba niya yung role as a mother and how the child is going to grow up in the future. So nasasama siya doon, okay? So there are 6 steps. So I'm pretty sure, no, you have this scenario. Have this scenario nun. Have you ever seen a mom? I don't know if you have this experience. Have you ever seen? I've seen a mom na dala niya yung mga anak niya. Tapos pagdating doon sa Toy Kingdom, pagdating doon sa Toy Kingdom o dumaan sila sa Toy Kingdom, nagwala yung anak kasi galit talaga and wanted really to buy the toy. But just so happened na walang budget si mommy. And so the mom started explaining, but the child would not listen and will be crying and all those things. And naglumpasay na doon sa floor. And of course, all the people will be looking at the mom. And the mom will have this scenario na baka sabihin nila hindi ko ito makontrol. And the mom start burning and get angry. And the next thing you know, you see the mom pinching the child or slapping the child, dragging the child out of the store. Kasi nakakahiya nga yung ginawa ng bata because nagtatantrums na. So that's some of those scenario na makikita mo talaga if you go to the mall, grocery, and then there's a mom carrying a child. This could be the most likely scenario na oftentimes than not makikita mo. Okay? So this is really like, it challenges you as a mother. So to keep your cool, okay? And not go into a negative outburst and not go into a rage, okay? Because pag dumating na po doon na you are already in rage, you cannot control your hand or yourself from reaching out to your child and wrangling your child. So yun yung isang point, no, that this is a silent scenario. This is well kept in the house. No mom will talk about this. No mom will talk about this because this is not, because after the incident, the mom will be suffering from guilt. The mom will be suffering from regret because you have to remember When you're a mom, your innate self is to love. Your innate self is to love. Pero ewan mo, but at that point, no, nakita mo yung anak mo, sabi mo, wag mong galawin, ginalaw niya, and all of a sudden, there's a sudden outburst, there's a sudden rage. At nag-iba ka talaga. You shifted. You become another person. And after a while, umahimasmasan ka na, you feel bad about yourself. You beat yourself because alam mo deep inside you that it was not right. But this is what I'm saying, that this can happen when there is parental burnout. There's parental burnout. To add to the risk factors pa na sinasabi ko, na what if the mom came from that, yung environment na hindi maganda, all those things will ripple back when the mother is in the situation. Okay? So, if you're a mom and you're experiencing this, there are 6 processes in outburst or rage prevention. So, let me share to you this one. Okay? Una, identify your emotion. Okay? Yung nandun na, no? Nandun na. Like, isa pa. Sometimes, I will say, isa na lang. Pag ginalaw mo yan, malilintikan ka sa akin. Isa na lang, papaluin na kita. Isa na lang, you're grounded. Diba? But there will always be a warning. And oftentimes, that warning is not key, especially kung maliit pa yung anak mo, hindi na naintindihan yung isa lang. Especially if you were not able to really explain the rules. Okay? So, identify your emotion. As a mother, identify what is it that I'm feeling right now. Bakit ganito yung pakiramdam? Ano yung pakiramdam ko? Am I frustrated? Am I angry? Bakit po kailangan i-identify your emotion? Because your brain, okay, the 2 sides of the brain will merge now. Okay, they will merge. Okay, and give you and will look into the reasons why nagiging ganon yung pakiramdam ko mo. And so what it happens, your brain push you and your emotion far from each other, and you become objective in thinking. You're not overwhelmed with the emotion kasi napunta ka sa objectivity. Bakit nga ba ganito yung pakiramdam? So it's very important, of course, you breathe in and then identify, bakit ganito? Bakit nagagalit ako? Bakit naiirit ako? Isa pa, di ba? Sometimes isa na lang. Okay, so you have that space. So identify ka agad your emotion. What emotion am I feeling right now? The second step is listen to your thoughts. When you're angry, you're about to, there's a heated argument, you're starting to get angry, you're telling your child not to do anything, gawin yung assignment, gawin yung homework, when your child is not moving, okay? Para katingin lang siya sa'yo, okay? Be mindful of the narrative that you're hearing. Be mindful, okay? Be mindful of the narrative that you're hearing. Ano nga ba yung sinasabi? Because when you are, even if you're talking, no, isa na lang, there is a thought in your mind. There is a trend. There's a thought in your mind. May nagsalita yan, naku kasi ganyan. Naku, ganyan ka, pagod ka na. There is a narrative. There is a narrative. So listen muna. Listen to that narrative. Because this will give you the time to pause. This will give you the time to pause. Because you have to remember, when you talk about outburst and rage, biglaan yun. Hindi ka talaga nag-isip, ganon talaga kaagad. Okay, so listen to your thoughts. Third is understand the meaning of your thoughts. So what meaning are you getting or you relating to it? Bakit ganito? Bakit ganyan yung sinasabi ng isip ko? Bakit yung isip ko nagsasabi na, naku talaga ganyan, ayan, ganyan talaga. Kasi ganyan, nung una kasi ganyan, disrespectful talaga. So what are the meaning? Okay, what meaning are you getting relating to that? Sa thought na yan. Bakit yun? Bakit yun yung pumasok sa isip mo? And you can basically actually remember that there will be times when ganun yung nagiging isip mo kasi narinig mo yan when you were growing up. Narinig mo. Sutil ka, ganun. So, you're hard-headed. You're stubborn. Okay? So, narinig mo yan. So, when you look at your child na parang hindi siya nagbabudge and just looking at you, yung brain nagsasabi, you're stubborn, that's stubborn siya, kasi ganyan, lalaki yan na ganyan, lalaking walang respeto. So, nauuna yung brain. Okay, so try to step back, understand the meaning of your thoughts. Okay, hi Coach Kulin. And then, fourth, reflect on the reality of your thoughts. Reflect on the reality of your thoughts. What experience have you got that showed you overcoming? Ano yung Ano yung mga naisip mo na nung una naman na-hold mo yung temper mo? Nung una naman naging ganito, ganyan ang ginawa niya pero hindi naman ako nagalit. Okay? Because there will be a lot of times, no, a mom will be presented the same scenario. Pero yung isa, your mom, the mother came from probably a spa. Galing siya, nagpa-parlor siya. Same scenario, pero okay siya. So, ginawa ng bata yon, pero okay siya. Kaya hindi siya nagalit. Pero ito, pagod na pagod siya, galing siya sa panghugas at paglalaba, sinabi niya sa anak niya, same scenario, wag mong gagalawin, pero hindi pa rin nag-budge yung bata. Pero this time, galit ka because you came from work. Pagod ka. Okay? Pagod ka. So, try to think of the instant wherein you have overcome. Okay, you have overcome that scenario. Yung pagalit ka na. So, reflect on the reality of your thoughts. Yung mga sinasabi ba sa'yo, tama ba yun? Totoo ba yun? Okay, uh, you have to you have to spank. Kasi yan, kailangan niya yan, kasi ganyan. So, you have to reflect back. Tama ba yung gagawin? Is this the reality? Okay? Tama ba yung itong iniisip ko? Will this have a benefit for my child? So, reflect on the reality of your thoughts. Number 5, shift your thoughts. So, from there, nagagalit ka na, ibalik sa iba. Remind yourself, okay? For if nakikita mo na subtly yung anak mo talaga galit ka na talaga, hindi gumagawa ng homework, remind yourself of how tender and loving your child is. So bring yourself back into the moment wherein you hold your child, yung pinanganak mo siya, and you were so proud. Bring yourself to the time na your child was just learning to walk. Bring yourself back to the moments of good, memories with your child. So shift the thoughts so that you will not go into full-blown outburst of rage. And number 6, decide to act intentionally. Decide to act intentionally. So according to the research, no, between the stimulus and the response, okay, there is a space. Meron siyang space. And that space is given to you, given by the brain, to choose your response. So, pipili ka ngayon. There is always a response. So, there's always a space. So, decide to act intentionally. Tatamaan, gagawin ko ba to? I will spank, I will shout. Basically, shouting yung nauuna, no? Lalo na kung malilit ang shouting. Will I shout or not? So, that space is given to you. Hindi mo pwedeng sabing wala akong choice. When there is a trigger, stimulus, and the response, and your response, as I've said in the research, there is a space, there is a time, there is a moment, no matter how small it is, where you can make a decision to choose the response that you're going to give. Okay, so these are the 6 steps process in outburst or rage prevention. So this is very timely, especially and now when the mothers are taking care of their kids. You're overwhelmed with work. So are you the mom na overwhelmed ka sa lahat ng gagawin mo? May online work ka pa, you wala kang helper, you're doing everything at home, and here you have hyperactive kids. You have kids na talagang yung mga energy level matataas. And so you're really challenged in this. But you have to make a decision. Shall love prevail or hate comes in? Shall love be the choice or anger will overshadow it? So it's always a choice. It's a response. Okay. So one thing is motherhood is a relentless provocation. It's a relentless provocation. Because when your child is growing up, they will really like explore. And you as a mom, you have your fears, you have your anxiety. So may mga bagay ka na ito lang dapat. That oftentimes you're not, because your child is exploring, your child will go near into that boundary and try to push it. And so you must be able to understand that you will always be provoked, but you must be ready with the arsenal to put yourself in the present and consciously think and consciously act that your child, no matter what's going to happen, will still understand love no matter what the situation may be. Okay? So it is a relentless provocation. This is the truth. And this is one thing that we need to acknowledge because if we never acknowledge this, we will never be able to come up with a solution, okay, with the steps para hindi tayo pumunta and pumunta doon sa space of outburst and rage. Okay? So mothers, we are, sabi nga dito sa poem, your dependable source of comfort. You're my caution when I fall. Your help in times of trouble. Your support me whenever I fall. I love you more than you know. You have my total respect. If I had my choice of mothers, you'd be the one I'd select. This is such a beautiful poem. This is a beautiful poem that I believe each mom wanted this read to her. And this can only happen when you are aware and when you know that outburst and rage should never be the block that will disconnect you and your child. It should never be the memory that your child will carry when she's growing up. Okay? Now, it's difficult. Sabi nga natin kanina, motherhood is a relentless provocation. But let me end my sharing with you with this slide. This is my favorite verse. It's Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. It says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your path straight. It is difficult. It's always a challenge. You taking care of you taking care of the whole family, you taking care of the child. As I said, it's a two and a half job. And if you're leaning on your own, if you're getting only from your own, it's going to be difficult. So a mother must learn to do a faith by faith, daily step by step walk. Faith in God, entrusting everything, a day-to-day basis of entrusting your job as a mom to God. Because on your own, you're not going to make it. You need to tap into the greater source of wisdom, to the greater source of life, to the greater source of strength. Because motherhood will challenge your strength. Motherhood will challenge your wisdom. Motherhood will challenge you as a person. Okay? So give it up. Only way for you to be able to really pull yourself back and not go into the negative outburst and rage is to give it up all to God. All the anxieties, worries, fears, ibigay sa Kanya. And then on a day-to-day basis, walk with Him because He is the only one who can direct you and bring you to the path of becoming the mother you deserve to be and the mother you were created to be for your children. Okay? So I hope I was able to share with you this negative outburst that we can do away because it's not actually even helping. It's not even making a difference. I mean, it will not help if every mother desires for their child to grow. And outburst and rage will never contribute to you becoming the mom you desire yourself to be. Okay? So before I end, let me invite you. So if you want to be able to um, learn more about how to empower yourself as a mom so that you can really you can achieve that goal of becoming the best mom you deserve to be. You become the partner of God in rearing your children. Join me inside my nth attempt in motherhood. This is a coaching community that empowers mothers to take a stand on mental health for her and her children. You have to remember when you talk about mental health, this is really a day-to-day challenge. You're challenged always not to get angry. You're challenged to make decisions for your children. And so it affects your mental health. It challenges the mental health. Okay. So it's important that we are empowered as a mother and we come together so that we can share in each other's strength and lift each other's up. So take note of the link. And if you want meaningful conversation, we have to dive deeper to whatever you're concerned, okay, where you are right now, you have difficulty connecting with your children, you have difficulty being able to explain things to your children, you have difficulty of really being comfortable as a mom, then you have to connect with me at 09957398463, and or you may PM me in my Facebook, Nurse Marife, or Marife Garfin. I have two Facebook accounts, so you can just message me. So join me in my nth attempt in motherhood, and let us be mentally right with our hearts as mothers. Okay, and then let me invite you, of course. Okay, so to our life coaching 101. Now, of course, I want to be able to really share with you this one, no, and let me invite you this part really of really inviting you to the many activities that we're having first. So as we end this conversation, let me invite you to be part of this. I'm excited to share this with you. What we are doing as an organization of professional certified life coaches. Do join us for another coaching conversation. So later, no, we will have Coach Maureen, coaching for single living at 4 p.m. And the topic is very exciting: 5 lessons for singles, single women. Okay, singles from Queen Esther. Okay, so I would like to invite you also to Master Coach A. You're seeing this one, actively co-create life coach certification program. This is a comprehensive approach to learning and mastering life coaching as an active process of creating new paths to achieving results in life. So the success is so that success is inevitable in every coaching relationship. So it includes a 21-day web learning and a 3-day live coaching boot camp and a 3-day live business boot camp. So it's really exciting. It's an exciting experience with a senior coaching team. Okay, so the program package also comes with many bonuses. This is a 21-day learning journey with daily lessons, a 3-day live coaching bootcamp with senior coaches, as I said. So connect with Coach Rizal through 0917-586-1661 to discover the opportunities waiting for you in this profession. So it's exciting. So you're seeing that in the slides, the co-actively co-create. So it's a wonderful learning by Master Coach A. And of course, no, if you want to learn more about life coaching, do join us later at 7 p.m. for Life Coaching 101 by Master Coach A. This is a 90-minute conversation with Master Coach A on how you can become financially confident regardless of how long COVID is. Okay, so we're now in the COVID. COVID is destined to stay. Hindi natin alam hanggang kailan ito. But learn how life coaching can help solve your financial frustrations and how you can get started immediately with support of people who's been there. So yung support talaga ng tao nandyan. So learn that. Okay? So, and then for you to be able to stay a successful coaching professional. So yun yung gagawin natin mamaya po ito at 7 p.m. So join again, connect with me, or connect with Coach Rizal, okay, at 0917-586-1661, or you can connect with me at 09957398463. Once again, this is Coach Marife Garfin and from Life Coach Philippines, and for coaching Think Talk. Coaches like us think and talk like this. So this is us from the Philippines. Love, bang, boom. God bless everyone. Thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful day.